Okay, one of the things I failed my CRVT on was headlights not working. So I replaced the main switch, which is down here. This guy. But what I found is that I'm only getting dipped beams and running lights. I don't know what the third setting is for. So after digging around for a little bit, it turns out that headlights are on the stock. But as you can see from mine, it is not engaging. That's because when I fitted my steering wheel, a little part fell out, which thankfully I did save. So now I'm going to dismantle my wheel again and refit that part down in here. And hopefully that's problem solved. Alright, let's get this off. That was fun. Okie dokie. I hate redoing work like this, but what can you do? Bit of a heartbreak. Oh yeah, I also didn't machine enough space to be able to do this properly. I remember this being a pain in the hole, so I'm going to have to unwind this with a needle nose pliers. So enjoy the good Lord. Yeah, these are these. I'm pretty sure these both are nicely into them. But yeah, looks good though. Oh, it's so fantastic. It's really hard. How to get on because everybody has just baits in here. I don't know what it is. Is it going to windshield? I don't know. I think it's hot. Oh my god. Yep. So 21 millimeter. Nicely. There we go. This is all the Banks stuff. This is the most hateful little bracket. It's a real nightmare to get that back on. What it is a T15. Now, obviously, I have all my torque screwdrivers except T15, and this is not magnetized. That really wants to fall off and go down into the column. So they have provided these little grippy washers. If you lose one, just get one back on it. It's absolutely vital, because if you try to put that in without it, your head will be utterly wrecked. It's just impossible. Is it 17? Yep, 17. I'm using AFs here, so for Americans that is 21-30 seconds. What the hell? Man, you make life difficult for yourselves. There we go, perfect. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Um, 22 mil socket. Yeah, there it goes. So once it pops, just, work it up a bit and you can disconnect everything. Goshty. You can see my ring is a little bit deformed at this point. So this is really straightforward. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Phillips head screwdriver or screws. Now this piece will pop out. As soon as I take that out, this will pop out, and that's what's holding this in. And you can see the angle, so it's down there, and there's a little piece that goes down and in. That's a little awkward piece. I'll show it to you now. That can be tricky to get back in. It goes in fine, but it's a little intimidating looking. Okay, so carefully does it. That's the screw for that. Put that in there. Now watch this little guy. She wants to go. She wants to disappear now, see? See that? What it is that little guy there, when you're putting it back in, just slide it in. and up. There's a little piece, there's a little flat piece down there that'll guide it back into the hole for you. Anyway, you'll get it. Basically, it's just, you just pop that into a little receiver down there, but it's awkward. So set that aside, and then 3 screws, and we can take out this, I guess that's the indicator switch. So there are 2 things limiting this piece coming out. One is the wiring loom I just shown you. The other one is the hazard switch. Just a simple Phillips head again. These early 90s Chevys, just incredibly simple. I mean, I know nothing, but you know, you're not getting lost when you're taking the parts apart. They don't look overwhelming. That said, I should show you this. So there's your, there's a little hazard. There's a little hazard. This should come free. A little help from, yep. So just feed the wires up from below, and there you go. Don't lose your screws. So here's my little, here's the missing part. So the way it works, here is your little actuating part, right? That's going to push down on this. It goes in that orientation. This goes underneath it, pushes down, and this little part needs to go in behind a little plastic retainer. So there's a little, you know, piece that goes through like that, and it slides up and down, and that is what actuates the switch. Now, it is a pain in the hole. I tried getting it in there. You can remove a little panel at the back here. That's this guy, which means you can get under there. All right, just off camera there. I jiggled this about, 3 screws are out. It doesn't want to come free, but look, this guy has popped out. Now that is, see right there, that is the little bit that's going to go inside and retain our new little what you call that, plunger or something. So it'll run up and down with its legs on both sides of that little plastic piece. So I have it in place now, and you know, so now I just have to get this back in, pinning that in. Nope. So this is going to be a real little pain in the hole. Get in there. Alright, that's it. She's in. So I just got to pin that in with one hand and try to work this up. Work right around with the other. Screwdriver, man. You stay there and you go up in there. Go on. Go on. Let's retaining it down here. Hello. Are you fixed? You are fixed. Awesome. Awesome sauce. Right. Does anybody know what this does? It's hanging loose back here. I will fix it in to its little retaining clip. Wonder what that does. Is that an extra feature? I think this van has seems to have cruise control. I think that's what that does. I wonder, is that it? Who knows? Well, I could read the manual, but you know. Right, cool. Let's put her back together.